Hello everyone, welcome back. So I want to show you guys how I trailer my L3901. And for those of you watching my channel, you also know I have an L3800 at a different location. So this is a 20-foot big text trailer. Before this one, I had an 18-foot. But here's the thing: if you get the 18-foot, basically you get another extra 500 pounds of capacity. Okay, but what I found is that it's more useful to have that extra 2 feet, especially if if you use a brush cutter, which are very long, and often when you use the brush cutter, you also want to use your front loader kind of as a front bucket to make sure you don't run into any big rocks or anything. So if you have a combination front loader and 6-foot brush cutter, you're gonna need a 20-foot trailer. And I think even with a 20-foot, the brush cutter, the wheel kind of hangs out the back over here. Okay, so now if you guys can see how I have the back hooked up, chained up. Okay, all right, and then I go down and up, and then what I do is I set this so that it's basically holding up against this, so that's where the tension is. Okay, now of course you want to have your brake set. If you use the split brake, make sure you connect the two pieces, because otherwise if you set the brake and you don't have the little split brake connector, what's going to happen is you're only going to lock up one wheel. I think it's the wheel on the left side. The wheel on the right side is not gonna be braked. So you have to use the split brake connector when you put this on, and remember to take it off. That's the hardest thing when you take this on. When you go to move this, make sure you take the brake off. Okay. So in the front, what I usually do is I tilt the bucket slightly forward so I can go behind the bucket over here, and then over here I use the same method. I go down and up. All right, so the two chains is in the front, the chains are pulling forward, and in the back, the chains are pulling back. So this is the 20-foot big text trailer. The gross weight of this is 10,000 pounds. The weight of the trailer itself is 3,500 pounds. Okay, so the 18-foot was 3,000 pounds, which gave me an extra 500 pounds of capacity, but the extra length was a lot more useful to me. Okay, so here's the thing: as far as trailering it, I have a Tacoma four-wheel drive, 4-cylinder. Okay, so I think the max tow capacity on that is 3,500 pounds, which is just a trailer by itself. So occasionally when I need to trailer this, and I need to trailer this into the dealer because I have a small leak over here from basically the what's it called, the antifreeze is leaking, and it's under warranty. So I'm just gonna take it into them a lot, especially since it's about 9 degrees out here. I don't want to fuss with trying to fix this when it's 9 degrees, so I'm just gonna take it in. So what I do is I just rent out a U-Haul truck. All right, so the capacity of these things is, the tow capacity is 7,000 pounds. Okay, so without any implement on the back, I'm with the trailer and the tractor, I'm easily inside of that. I think I'm running at about 5,000 pounds right now, and that includes the fluid that's in the tires, maybe closer to 6,000 pounds. And then when I put an implement in the back, when I put the implement on the back, and sometimes I have a ballast weight of 1,000 pounds that I put in the back, so that's the heaviest I run on the back. So that's a total of 7,000 pounds. So I'm still inside, with the trailer, with this L3901, I'm still inside of the 7,000 pound tow capacity of your typical, F-150, 1,500, whether it's a Chevy or Ram, you're still in there. Now, I had considered, because it's a new machine, I had considered getting the L4701, which my pride really wanted it. The main reason why I stuck with the 39, with the 39 or 3800 or 3901 series, is mostly because of weight, so I can trailer this more easily. Because if I went up to the 4701, more, bigger tires, so there's more fluid in the tires. Also, because that front loader has like an extra 700 pounds lifting capacity in the front, so I'd have to, my ballast in the back would have to be, you know, almost that. I'd have to have about 1,500 pounds of ballast in the back. So now it's pushing the total weight up closer to 9,000 pounds. So, you know, now you're pretty much, you know, as far as towing it, you need like a 2,500 or an F250 or something along those lines. So that's the main reason why I went with the 38 horsepower instead of the 47 horsepower. As much as I really wanted it, and price wasn't the issue, it was, the main issue was just ease of being able to move it around when I needed to move it around. And I don't move it around that often where it's worth it getting a bigger truck, you know. I mean, I'm very comfortable with my Tacoma. You know, it's just occasionally when I got to move this around, I just rent out one of these U-Hauls. It ends up costing me about $60 with the insurance. Okay, it would be $50 without the insurance, but I'd rather just pay the extra $10 to get the insurance. And if you do get into an accident, you know, you can kind of push to try to get the insurance to cover the damage to the trailer or the tractor, even though this tractor does have its own insurance and the trailer does have its own insurance as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe, hit the bell button so you get the notifications. I'll talk to you guys soon.